everyone. In this video, I will show you how to make an affordable meal that can serve 4 people. It's called stir-fry ground pork with vegetable. Before showing how to make this easy and affordable meal, first I will take you to the store to give you some tips on how to choose from the stack of ingredients. Okay friends, please follow me while I'm shopping. So when I was in the Philippines, I budgeted my salary of only about $4 to $5 a day by making an affordable meal. So I want to share this one that I usually make until now, especially when I rush. This recipe is not only cheap but also easy to make. One large pan and a few ingredients is what we need. For one ingredients we usually use is the garlic. It's an ingredient used year-round. So regardless of when you buy it, try to pick the freshest head possible. Here you will see that the price of the garlic is 39 cents. Pick the pulp up and give it a light squeeze to be sure none of the outside cloves are too soft or dry. It should feel firm and not hollow or dehydrated. Next is the onions. When buying onion, be sure to look for firm onion that are free of cuts and blemishes. I use yellow onion which is kind of sweet and juicy out of the other onions. They said peeling the onion under running water can help a little if the onion is really bothering your eyes. Here you will see that the price of the onion is 89 cents a pound. Did you know Americans eat an average of about 19 pounds of onions per year? Wow, that's a lot of onions, but not compared to the onion consumption of many other countries. In this aisle, they have a few Asian items. And I do have a lot of rice at home, but I wanted to show how much one of these small rice costs. So one bag is $1.41. So here is the small bag of rice. I also need a soy sauce and I do have one at home. But I will get a small bottle just to show how much it will cost. At this store, the price of soy sauce is $1.98. Any flavor enhancers such as this and salt will depend on your preferences or taste. As I stated before, I will not include this in our breakdown of prices because most households next we will buy the mixed vegetables. Either canned or frozen mostly have the same assortments of healthy vegetable like carrots, peas, corn, green beans, and you can add more. So for this meal, you can always add other vegetables, say cut one piece of potato. Price of a family size mixed vegetable if you're buying it at the base commissary is $1.78. At the other store, the cost will be $1.98. You can use about 1 cup or one small bowl of mixed vegetable. I prepare more of it so I grab a larger size. The last ingredients we need for this meal is the ground pork. I do have a ground pork at the house, but I would like to show how much is the price from this store. And since they don't have the ground meat at this store, I will now pay for all the items I bought and we will go down to the other stores to check on meat prices. When selecting the meat, look for meat with a bright cherry red color, not brown. Well, you can use brown as long as it's not bad. Sealed bags of ground meat can have a darker purplish red color, and that's okay, like what I said. If it will take you longer than 30 minutes to get home, bring a cooler in your car to make sure your ground meat stays cold. Remember to refrigerate or freeze your ground meat right away when you get home. If you plan on keeping your ground meat in the freezer for longer, wrap it in a heavy-duty aluminum foil or place in a freezer bag, removing as much air as possible. Here you will see that I am showing the price of at $3.21 for the ground pork that were on sale. Ground meat can be frozen when you put it in an aluminum foil when you put it in the freezer for like 3 to 4 months. All ground meat products should be prepared for an internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. You can use an instant red meat thermometer. Here are the list of ingredients that we bought from the store. I bought the ground pork I have in the fridge when there was a commissary sale, so I got it for $1.24. The eggs are optional, but I will also add its price at the end of this video. The simple steps of cooking this affordable meal. Put the meat in the pan and stir it until brown. Here in the US, they sell ground meat, pork and beef in a package. And that's mostly what I use for cooking because you just defrost it the night before cooking the meat and you don't need to touch the ground meat. Toss it in the pan like what I did today and start stirring. I combine the ground pork and water, boil and simmer until water dries out and the fat oozes out from the ground pork. I combine the ground pork and water, boil and simmer until water dries out and the fat oozes out from the ground pork. Transfer the cooked ground pork on a plate, then we will set it aside. Put the vegetable oil in the same pan, add the garlic, and saute until golden brown. Add in the onion and saute until it's cooked. Put the cooked ground pork back in the pan and then add the ground pepper. Stir well. Now let's add the mixed vegetables. And then after this, we will stir again and then season with soy sauce and salt. And we are done with this easy, affordable meal. You can either serve with hard-boiled eggs or put the sauté ground and mixed vegetables on top of the rice.
Hey, you very good! See you next time!